Hey guys, this is my 2025 annual reflection. Alright, 2025 has definitely been a really great year. I think this has been one of the best years in a while. Alright, my goals for this year were 1. Endurance, fun, and love. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, number 1, endurance. What I learned this year is that endurance is created by doing an easy thing for a long period of time, zone 2 training, very low intensity. And I think one of the best things for me this year was actually pickleball. Even though pickleball might seem kind of high intensity at times, I was playing with, older people, beginners, and there was plenty of time in between sets. It was a way for me to be a part of a community, be a part of some friends, and do something for 2 hours. 2 hours of continuous exercise. That's actually a pretty long time. So that was really good for me. I tried lots of different pickleball groups. The one I went to was the one in Lake Forest with Alex that turned out to be amazing. Yeah. Another really big thing this year was doing kickboxing earlier, which was pretty good for the upper body and stuff, a little bit of legs, but I did get a little bit of injury. I wasn't as conditioned back then, and it might have been a little bit too intense for me. I would get hit sometimes and I'd have neck stiffness, but I want to try again. Now that I'm in better shape, better conditioning, maybe it will be appropriate for me to try kickboxing again at the college, which was a fantastic class with Professor Celis. Okay, another great thing just in terms of endurance was recovery, and Yoga 6 was clutch with the Active Fit $65 membership. That was such a good deal. I tried a lot of ClassPass classes and everything like that, but I think Yoga 6 was very consistent, great heated yoga, great place to recover. Another great recovery place, Massage Integrity with Rob. That guy is the GOAT. He knows his stuff. Very reliable, consistent way to help, aches and pains and injuries kind of go away and heal yourself. So, I invested a good amount of time, energy, and money into just my health this year. And I'm really thankful and grateful for myself for investing that time, energy, and money. Okay. All right. Number 2, fun. So this for sure has been a fun year. Yeah. Talk about investing time, energy, and money. So number 1, I reduced my outschool class load and I took vacations whenever I could, right? First one is the cruise. Right, going on a spontaneous cruise to Mexico after I read that Ramit Sethi book. I was like, I always wanted to go on a cruise. I've never been on one. I took my parents, and it was when my dad was having like the eye surgery during that time, and my mom and I just needed some time to just relax and recharge. And that was so fun. The food, everything. We had such a amazing time. It was a lot better than what we expected, even though going on the excursions were a little boring, but it's it was so luxurious for us. We enjoyed it so much. Also, I took off a week or two to go, I think 2 weeks, to go to Orlando to see my friends in Florida, Eric and Jamil, and that was super fun as well. And even though it was kind of fun going to the theme parks, I think the biggest thing for me was closure on that chapter of my life. When I was back in Orlando, I always wanted to move back there. And then when I was there, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't think I need to move back here anymore. It's no longer my dreams and wishes. It's like when you finally achieve something and you see it, it's like, oh, I no longer need it. And that was kind of cool to get that closure. Also, let's see, Marvel Rivals. That was huge for me. In the beginning, I was kind of addicted to it, and I still kind of am to a bit, but I feel like it's a little bit more under control now. If I need to stop for a week or, a couple days or whatever, do what I need to do. It's just a fun activity, and, everything it needs to be balanced. You can have fun, just have it be balanced. Don't let it get too out of control. And then lastly, love. Okay, so I can't believe how well this year worked for me. I wanted love just in general, but I really wanted to find a relationship. And in the beginning of the year, I'd have to say honestly, I was pretty discouraged. That's why I was playing the video game so much. I took like new profile pictures of myself. I even offered like a bounty. I asked out girls in person. And in the end, I went with someone I already knew. And I think our relationship is blossoming so far. We've been having a great time. And I feel so thankful. I also think that this year it's not like just romantic love, but also love for myself, for my parents, taking them on trips, paying for stuff, helping fix things, acts of service, gifts and presents, being there for them and being there for them. So I think when love is something you consistently do, it no longer feels foreign to you, and it feels much easier when it's just a part of your vibration and your life. Another thing I want to say MVP this year a little bit is my use of AI. ChatGPT has been so clutch when it comes to theta healing, and it taught me so much about self-love, rest, recovery, boundaries, self-confidence, self-love, and that has done so much for me, the theta healing, as well as the TCM, the traditional Chinese medicine. Learned so much about diet, nutrition, balance of the body, and just general health habits with that. So that has been so clutch. And in addition, taught me a lot about like regular stuff too, like plumbing or handyman stuff, glues, like doing physical stuff and doing that kind of stuff together. That has been so helpful in so many respects. So yeah, that was a huge growth for me, growth opportunity for me, learning the AI. So summary, 2025 was definitely a year of fun. I was letting go, I was living life. I felt like I had more fun in 2025 than I did in my past 5 years combined. All right. And I do want to mention the Bitcoin thing that wasn't timed properly, but hey, it's still pretty good. And I used to be pretty bored last year. I'm definitely not bored now. I feel like my life is really rich. It's really healthy. And yeah, it's definitely something to be grateful for on all fronts. One thing I want to say is that I do feel like push and challenging myself is important. I noticed my OutSchool is going down a little bit this year, but right now I feel motivated and energized to help it go back up, help rejuvenate my classes again. Another great example is the name painting course. When I was doing that this year, even though only one person bought it, I had such a great time making the course. And that's what I love doing. I love teaching. I love making these courses. And not everything I do has to be has to be so profitable and stuff. As long as I'm having fun and it's nourishing for your soul, yeah, why not do it? So, all right, here are my 2026 goals. Goal number 1, strength. I feel like challenging yourself is important. I think strength comes from doing something hard for a relatively short amount of time so you can recover and your body will adapt and your brain will adapt so it becomes stronger. Okay, but I'll try to learn what strength is next year and try to understand it more, just like how I was understanding endurance in 2025. Next, goal number 2, surrender. Don't take life so seriously. I'm always taking life so seriously, and I think it's because I want control. I'm attached to the outcome, attached to the result. And if you surrender to life, to God, everything becomes so much more easier and relaxed and more free, which brings me to the third goal. Goal 3, adapt. I love stability and consistency because I've had an unstable career. And so that's why I want everything to be, I want it under control. But if I say that, hey, I'm adaptable, I'm resilient, everything becomes so much easier because the world is changing. And if you allow yourself to learn, grow, challenge yourself, and adapt to the environment and the technology that's around you, you no longer need to be that afraid. So adapting to the situation, to the environment, to the stimulus is going to be one of my goals for 2026. All right, that's it. See you next year. Bye.